Stone dragon wins, older than empires, guards the nation. But the Great Wall of China is more than just bricks and mortar. It's a living symbol of human perseverance, military genius, and architectural ambition. What secrets lie beneath its stones? What did it protect? And what did it keep out? Let's take a walk along one of the most iconic man-made wonders the world has ever known. The Great Wall of China isn't a single wall. It's a series of fortifications built over centuries, stretching over 13,000 miles. Constructed across deserts, mountains, plateaus, and grasslands. Its primary purpose was to defend Chinese states and empires from invading nomadic tribes from the north. But over time, it evolved beyond defense. It became a powerful symbol of unity, authority, and the might of dynasties like the Qin and Ming. As you begin your journey from Beijing, one of the most accessible and popular sections is Badaling, where tourists can walk the restored ramparts and take in sweeping views of the surrounding hills. But venture a bit farther, and you'll discover Mutianyu, known for its breathtaking scenery and fewer crowds. If you're seeking the untouched wildness of the wall, Jiangku offers crumbling stones and steep climbs, perfect for adventure seekers who want to experience the wall as ancient soldiers once did. Each stone placed by hand, each tower built for sight and signal. You'll see watchtowers placed at strategic points, used for military communications, smoke signals by day, fire by night. When one tower spotted enemies, they lit the signal, and like a fiery chain reaction, the entire length of the wall could be alerted within hours. But how did something so massive even get built? The construction required millions of workers over centuries, including soldiers, peasants, prisoners, and skilled craftsmen. It's believed that many perished under the grueling conditions, their bodies buried within the wall itself, a grim yet powerful reminder of the cost of greatness. That's why in Chinese folklore, it's sometimes called the longest cemetery on earth. Still, the Great Wall wasn't entirely successful as a military defense. Despite its size and strength, several invaders, including the Mongols under Genghis Khan, managed to breach it. Yet, the wall's real power lay not in its impenetrability, but in the psychological impact it had. It projected dominance, order, and fear to would-be invaders, and it remains a proud emblem of Chinese identity. When you walk the wall today, you're walking through time, through dynasties, through battles, whispers, and legends. Whether you hike for an hour or an entire day, the experience is humbling. The wall rises and falls with the mountains, disappearing into mist and mystery. And don't forget to visit during sunrise or sunset. The golden light on the stone path, the wind brushing across the endless hills, and the quiet echo of centuries past, it's a moment that will etch itself into your memory forever. This is not just a wall. It's a legacy carved in stone. It's the Great Wall of China, one of the new 7 wonders of the world, and it's waiting for you to explore its hidden stories. Imagine standing in the middle of a narrow sandstone canyon, sunlight filtering through towering cliffs, when suddenly the rock walls part and there it is, an ancient city carved directly into the mountain, glowing with a rose-red hue. Petra, a city that defied time, forgotten by the modern world for centuries, only to re-emerge like a mirage from a lost civilization. What secrets still echo within its stone walls? What stories do its silent temples tell? Let's step into one of the most astonishing archaeological wonders on Earth. Petra, known as the Rose City for the color of its stone, was once the thriving capital of the Nabatean Kingdom, a powerful desert empire that dominated trade routes more than 2,000 years ago. Located in southern Jordan, Petra wasn't built, it was sculpted, literally hewn from the living rock. Its temples, tombs, and dwellings blend seamlessly into the canyon walls. What the Nabateans achieved here wasn't just architectural brilliance, it was a breathtaking fusion of engineering, art, and adaptation to one of the harshest environments on Earth. To reach Petra, visitors must first pass through the Seek, a dramatic, winding gorge nearly a mile long. The sandstone walls rise up to 80 meters, 260 feet, high and twist in hypnotic patterns, narrowing in some places to just 2 meters. The experience builds tension, like walking into a sacred secret. And then, like a curtain rising, you emerge in front of the treasury, or Al-Khazne. Its intricate facade, nearly 40 meters high, explodes into view like a vision from a dream. Pillars, statues, and a central dome all emerge from the rock as if conjured by gods, not chisels. Despite the name treasury, it wasn't a bank. Scholars believe it was a royal tomb, possibly even a temple. Legends, however, speak of hidden treasures left by bandits or pharaohs, inspiring centuries of speculation. Bullet holes in the facade mark attempts by past explorers to unlock its secrets. But Petra is far more than just the treasury. Venture deeper, and you'll find the street of facade, a row of monumental tombs carved into a rock face that stretches for hundreds of meters. Each tomb tells a story of wealth, of death, of a civilization that worshipped both gods and ancestors. Climb further to reach the monastery, or Ad-Dir. It's one of Petra's largest monuments, even more massive than the treasury, perched high on a mountain after a grueling 800-step climb. The view from the top is spellbinding. Jordan's desert landscape stretches endlessly, a fitting reward for the journey. Few places on Earth combine spiritual calm and visual awe the way this site does. Petra's genius, however, wasn't just aesthetic. It was also practical. The Nabateans mastered water management in the desert, channeling flash floods through aqueducts, dams, and underground cisterns. This allowed them to support a bustling city of tens of thousands in a place where water is scarce. They turned the desert into an oasis, a trade hub where spices, silks, and incense passed between empires. But as trade routes shifted and earthquakes shook its foundations, Petra slowly faded into obscurity. By the Middle Ages, it had vanished from maps and memory. It wasn't until 1812, when Swiss explorer Johann Ludwig Burckhardt disguised himself as an Arab traveler, that Petra was rediscovered by the outside world. The lost city was reborn, and the world was stunned. Today, Petra stands as both a time capsule and a symbol of resilience. It's no longer forgotten. It's revered. A UNESCO World Heritage Site, one of the new 7 wonders of the world, and a reminder of what human imagination can achieve, even in the most unlikely of places. As you walk among the ruins at dawn or dusk, when the stones glow crimson and gold, you'll feel the echoes of a vanished world whispering around you. Petra isn't just a destination, it's a dream carved in stone. High above the sprawling city of Rio de Janeiro, standing with arms outstretched, is one of the most iconic statues ever created, Christ the Redeemer. To many, it is a religious symbol. To others, a cultural beacon. But to all who witness it, it's a breathtaking monument that seems to hover between heaven and earth. As the mist rolls across the mountaintop and sunlight breaks through the clouds, the statue appears not built, but born from the mountain itself. How did this colossal figure come to define a nation? What does it mean to the millions who gaze up at it every year? Let's rise to the peak of Corcovado and uncover the heart of Brazil. Standing 98 feet tall, 125 feet, if you include the pedestal, Christ the Redeemer, is not just a marvel of engineering. It's a message of peace, faith, and unity, visible from nearly every corner of Rio. Completed in 1931, the statue rests atop Corcovado Mountain, 300 feet above sea level. From this heavenly perch, it overlooks Rio's golden beaches, vibrant favelas, and lush rainforest, holding the entire city in an eternal embrace. The idea for the statue dates back to the 1850s, when a local priest dreamed of placing a religious monument atop Corcovado. But it wasn't until the 1920s, after Brazil became a republic and church-state ties weakened, that the Catholic community revived the plan. The goal? To reassert Christianity in Brazilian society and create a unifying national symbol. Through public donations and years of work, the dream became reality. The design was chosen through a national competition. Brazilian engineer Heitor da Silva Costa took the lead, with the face sculpted by Polish-French artist Paul Landowski and the hands crafted by Romanian sculptor Gheorghe Leonida. It was an international collaboration, yet deeply rooted in Brazilian spirit. The logistics were as daunting as the dream. The materials reinforced concrete and thousands of triangular soapstone tiles had to be hauled up the mountain, piece by piece. No helicopters, no drones, no high-tech cranes, just sheer human effort. The result? A figure so perfectly balanced that even after nearly a century of storms, winds, and lightning strikes, it still stands firm, gazing over the city like a sentinel of serenity. Standing at the base, you'll feel both small and uplifted. The outstretched arms form a cross, symbolizing sacrifice, but they also form an embrace, an open welcome to all. Locals and tourists, believers and wanderers, come here not just to admire, but to connect. It's a place where people propose marriage, pray in silence, or simply breathe in the panoramic view of Rio Sugarloaf Mountain, Copacabana, Ipanema, and the endless blue of the Atlantic Ocean. And when night falls, the statue is illuminated sometimes in white, sometimes in colors to honor a cause or country. It transforms into a lighthouse of hope, casting light not just on the city below, but on the soul of a nation that pulses with rhythm, resilience, and joy. Beyond its religious meaning, Christ the Redeemer has become a cultural icon featured in films, art, and global events like the Olympics and World Cup. It's a reminder that faith and beauty can shape national identity. That architecture isn't just about form, it's about feeling. Reaching the summit is easier today. You can take a scenic train through the Tijuca Forest, the largest urban rainforest in the world, or hike through lush trails where monkeys chatter and waterfalls hide among the trees. Either way, when you reach the top, the view is more than just a visual feast. It's emotional, it's spiritual, it's unforgettable. Christ the Redeemer doesn't just watch over Rio, it holds it with compassion and grace. It invites us to look not just at the city below, but inward to ask who we are, what we believe, and how we connect with something greater than ourselves. This isn't just a statue, it's a statement, a wonder of the modern world carved not from ancient rock, but from modern dreams. Hidden high in the Andes, cloaked by thick jungle mist and guarded by towering peaks, lies a city frozen in time, Machu Picchu. A place so mystical, so untouched for centuries. It was believed to be only a legend until it was rediscovered in 1911. But why was this marvel built at 970 feet above sea level? Who lived here? And why was it suddenly abandoned? As the clouds part and the ancient stone terraces reveal themselves, you'll feel as though you've stepped into a sacred dimension where history, myth, and nature dance as one. Machu Picchu was built in the 15th century during the height of the Inca Empire, under the reign of Emperor Pachacuti, often referred to as the lost city of the Incas. It wasn't actually lost to the local people, only to the outside world. Its precise purpose remains one of history's great debates. Was it a royal retreat? A ceremonial center? An astronomical observatory? The truth may be all of the above. Unlike most ancient ruins, Machu Picchu wasn't destroyed by conquerors. When the Spanish invaded Peru, they never discovered it. Its isolated location among the mountains helped preserve it from the fate that befell so many other Incan sites. The result is a time capsule, an astonishingly well-preserved citadel where you can walk the same paths once used by priests, astronomers, and warriors of the sun. As you arrive, you'll enter through the Sun Gate, or Inti Punku, the original entrance for Incan pilgrims traveling along the Inca Trail. The moment you catch your first glimpse of the city below, stone buildings, grassy terraces, and sacred temples nestled between the peaks of Huayna Picchu and Machu Picchu Mountain, you'll understand why this place inspires awe in all who see it. The architecture is a masterpiece of both form and function. The Incas built without mortar, using a technique called ashlar, where stones were precisely cut to fit together without a single gap. These walls have survived centuries of earthquakes, rain, and erosion proof of the Incas' incredible engineering skill. Among the most remarkable structures is the Temple of the Sun, where windows align perfectly with the summer solstice, illuminating the sacred stone within. Nearby, the Room of the Three Windows offers stunning views and symbolic design, possibly representing the three realms of Inca belief: the heavens, the earth, and the underworld. And then there's the Intihuatana, or hitching post of the sun, a carved stone believed to have been used as a solar calendar. During equinoxes, the sun stands directly above it, casting no shadow, a moment of cosmic alignment that the Incas celebrated with spiritual ceremonies. Even today, many visitors say they feel an unexplained energy while standing near it. But Machu Picchu isn't just about temples and terraces. It's about connection to nature, to spirit, and to something beyond understanding. The Incas didn't just build a city, they built a sanctuary in harmony with the earth. The terraces prevented landslides. The water systems channeled mountain springs with elegant efficiency. The entire city breathes with the rhythm of the landscape. Reaching Machu Picchu is a journey in itself. Many choose the classic Inca Trail, a 4-day trek through mountain passes, cloud forests, and ancient ruins, culminating in a dawn arrival at the Sun Gate. Others take the scenic train from Cusco or Ollantaytambo, winding through the Sacred Valley and arriving at Aguas Calientes before ascending the final leg by bus. But however you arrive, one thing is certain: Machu Picchu will leave a mark on your soul. The fog swirling around its edges, the silence broken only by bird song or distant waterfalls, the sense that you are standing on the threshold of the divine. It's something words can't quite capture. This is more than a travel destination. It's a pilgrimage, a rediscovery of what it means to live in balance with the natural world, a silent monument to an empire that revered the stars, the mountains, and the sacred energy of the earth. Machu Picchu is not just one of the new 7 wonders of the world. It's a portal to the ancient heart of South America and to something deep within ourselves. In the heart of Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula, rising from a flat jungle floor, stands a pyramid that seems to speak to the stars. Chichen Itza, a city of gods, warriors, and prophecy where ancient Mayan science, spirituality, and sacrifice intersected to form one of the most advanced civilizations of the ancient world. But what do the shadows on the steps reveal? What secrets lie in the ball courts and sacred cenotes? Step into Chichen Itza, and you're not just exploring a ruin, you're decoding a cosmic calendar written in stone. At the center of it all stands El Castillo, also known as the Temple of Kukulkan, a pyramid so mathematically precise, it's as if its architects used the cosmos itself as a blueprint. Each of its 4 staircases contains 91 steps, and when you include the top platform, the total is 365, the number of days in the solar year. Coincidence? Hardly. The Maya were masters of astronomy and timekeeping, and this temple was their celestial clock. Twice a year, during the spring and autumn equinoxes, an astonishing phenomenon takes place. As the sun sets, light and shadow create the illusion of a serpent slithering down the northern staircase. The serpent's head carved at the base seems to connect with the shadowy body that appears from the temple's corner. This isn't just spectacle, it's symbolism. The feathered serpent deity, Kukulkan, was believed to descend from the heavens to bless the earth and renew life. Thousands gather each year to witness this sacred alignment, proof that the Maya didn't just build with stone, they built with the stars. But Chichen Itza is more than just a pyramid. It's a city filled with wonder and mystery. To the west lies the Great Ball Court, the largest in Mesoamerica. At 545 feet long and 225 feet wide, this arena wasn't merely for sport, it was sacred theater. Here, teams of players competed in a deadly game using a rubber ball in their hips, knees, and elbows. The stakes were high. In some cases, the losing team or even the winning captain was sacrificed to the gods. But in the Mayan worldview, this wasn't punishment, it was honor. A chance to ascend to the divine. Walk farther, and you'll find the Temple of the Warriors, flanked by rows of stone columns once supporting a massive roof. Each column is carved with warriors in battle, holding weapons and shields. These aren't mere decorations, they're a visual record of conquest, power, and the might of Chichen Itza as a military and spiritual center. Beyond that lies the sacred cenote, a natural sinkhole 200 feet wide and over 60 feet deep. This watery portal was believed to be an entrance to the underworld, Xibalba. Archaeologists have recovered countless offerings from its depths: gold, jade, pottery, and even human remains. These weren't just sacrifices, they were prayers, given in hopes of rain, fertility, or favor from the gods. What makes Chichen Itza so astonishing is how seamlessly it blends science and spirituality. The Maya didn't separate the two. To them, math was magic. The cosmos was a calendar. The gods lived in every shadow, every echo, every drop of rain. And their city was built as an instrument to honor them. In fact, even acoustics were part of the design. Clap your hands in front of El Castillo, and you'll hear a chirp echo back, believed to mimic the call of the sacred Quetzal bird. In the ball court, a whisper can travel hundreds of feet along the stone walls. These weren't accidental effects. They were part of the architecture's intention, melding form, function, and the mystical. Today, Chichen Itza is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the new 7 wonders of the world. Visitors arrive from all corners of the globe, not just to take photos, but to feel something ancient, powerful, and strangely familiar. To walk its grounds is to walk in the footsteps of astronomers, kings, and prophets. This isn't just a ruin, it's a revelation, a stone prophecy that speaks across centuries, reminding us that time is more than a ticking clock. It's a cycle, a rhythm, a sacred dance of light, shadow, and spirit. Chichen Itza endures, not just as a wonder of the world, but as a reminder that even in the distant past, humanity looked up not just to survive, but to understand the universe and our place within it. In the heart of Rome, encircled by modern life, stands a colossal stone amphitheater, scarred, majestic, and eternal. The Colosseum, once filled with roars of 50,000 spectators, now it watches in silence as time flows by. But listen closely, and you might still hear echoes of gladiators clashing, emperors passing judgment, and the wild chants of a crowd craving blood. The Colosseum is more than ruins. It's a mirror to the soul of an empire, and perhaps to our own. Built in just over 8 years, the Colosseum, also called the Flavian Amphitheater, was completed in 80 AD under Emperor Titus, following the vision of his father, Vespasian. It rose from the ashes of Nero's lavish golden house, a deliberate symbol of power returned to the people. Here, under the Roman sun, citizens of all classes gathered: senators, soldiers, merchants, and slaves, united by the spectacle of survival. At 620 feet long and 512 feet wide, this structure remains the largest amphitheater ever built. Its design is so advanced that modern stadiums still borrow its principles: tiered seating, crowd control systems, underground tunnels. It could be filled and emptied in minutes through 80 numbered entrances, known as vomitoria, which allowed tens of thousands to enter and exit swiftly, a feat of engineering genius. But what truly defined the Colosseum wasn't its size. It was what happened inside. Gladiatorial combat, wild beast hunts, public executions, even mock naval battles, where the arena was flooded and ships staged war on water. For ancient Romans, these events weren't just entertainment, they were rituals of empire. Power made visible, order through violence, life and death decided before a thunderous crowd. Gladiators were often slaves, prisoners of war, or criminals, trained in special schools for brutal survival. But not all were forced. Some volunteers entered the arena for fame, fortune, or glory. Successful fighters became celebrities, their names etched in history. Yet no matter their skill, each bout was a dance with death. If a fighter fell, the crowd or the emperor could spare or condemn him with a simple gesture. Thumbs up or down, life hanging in the balance. Animals were another part of the show. Lions, tigers, elephants, crocodiles, all imported from across the empire to demonstrate Rome's dominance over nature itself. Many were starved before the games, unleashed to add ferocity and chaos. Some shows featured exotic executions, condemned criminals facing death in theatrical reenactments of myths, torn apart for dramatic effect. But the Colosseum wasn't just a place of death. It was also a political tool. Emperors used the games to win favor, distract from hardship, and reinforce loyalty to Rome. It was bred in circuses, a strategy to keep the masses content. As long as the games thrilled, the empire endured. The Colosseum structure was equally remarkable. Beneath the arena floor lay the hypogeum, a two-level underground network of cages, lifts, and trapdoors. Animals and fighters were hoisted onto the arena in dramatic surprises, vanishing and appearing like magic. The floor above was made of wood and covered with sand. Arena in Latin means sand to soak up blood. Despite its violent history, the Colosseum today stands as a symbol of endurance. Earthquakes, lightning strikes, and centuries of looting couldn't erase it. Stones were taken to build churches and palaces, yet its skeleton remains proud and powerful. In modern times, it's become a symbol against capital punishment and violence, illuminated every time a death sentence is overturned somewhere in the world. Walking through its arches, feeling the weight of history in the air, you're not just seeing ancient Rome, you're feeling it. The pulse of the empire, the awe of its people, the paradox of a civilization, both enlightened and ruthless. Tourists today stand where emperors once ruled and gladiators once bled. The silence is haunting, but the stories still shout. From marble seats to blood-stained sands, the Colosseum endures as a reminder of how deeply humans crave power, spectacle, and legacy. This is not just an ancient ruin, it's a monument to the glory and the price of empire, a colossus of culture, ambition, and brutality. One of the new 7 wonders of the world, and one of the most unforgettable places on earth. Beneath the golden glow of the Indian sunrise, veiled in soft morning mist, a white marble monument rises like a vision from another world, perfectly symmetrical, gracefully domed, serene in its silence. The Taj Mahal. But beyond its beauty lies a timeless tale of love and loss, power and poetry, a story carved not just in stone, but in the soul of humanity. What kind of love builds a wonder of the world? What kind of grief makes marble weep? Our journey ends here, in Agra, India, at a mausoleum that transcends death. Commissioned in 1631 by the Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan, the Taj Mahal was built in memory of his beloved wife Mumtaz Mahal, who died during childbirth. Devastated, Shah Jahan vowed to honor her with a tomb that would match the depth of his love, and so, the greatest monument ever built to a woman was born. Over 20 artisans, sculptors, calligraphers, and laborers from across Asia were brought to Agra. Materials came from the corners of the empire: white marble from Rajasthan, jade from China, turquoise from Tibet, sapphire from Sri Lanka, and lapis lazuli from Afghanistan. Elephants carried heavy loads, scaffolding rose high above the Yamuna River, and after more than 2 decades, the Taj Mahal was complete, a gleaming crown of Mughal architecture. Approaching the Taj Mahal is like entering a dream. The path leads through a grand red sandstone gateway, framing the monument like a jewel in a box. The moment you lay eyes on it, everything else fades. The symmetry is mesmerizing. The main dome rises 240 feet into the sky, surrounded by 4 slender minarets that tilt slightly outward, engineered so they won't collapse onto the tomb in case of an earthquake. But it's in the details that the Taj Mahal whispers its story. The white marble is inlaid with pietra dura, an intricate mosaic of precious and semi-precious stones forming delicate flowers, vines, and verses from the Quran. These patterns aren't merely decorative, they reflect the Islamic vision of paradise, an eternal garden filled with beauty and peace. At different times of the day, the Taj Mahal changes color, blushing pink in the morning, dazzling white in the noon sun, and glowing golden under moonlight. It's not just architecture, it's a living canvas of light and emotion. Inside the central chamber lies the symbolic heart of the Taj Mahal, the cenotaphs of Shah Jahan and Mumtaz. Their actual graves rest in a crypt below, in accordance with Islamic tradition. The room is quiet, sacred. Light filters through intricately carved marble screens, and the air feels thick with reverence. Here, love and grief meet in silence. But the story doesn't end with construction. Shah Jahan, once one of the world's most powerful rulers, was later overthrown by his own son and imprisoned in nearby Agra Fort. Legend says he spent his final years gazing across the river at the Taj Mahal, mourning both his lost empire and his lost love. When he died, he was laid beside Mumtaz, forever united beneath the dome he built for her. The Taj Mahal is many things at once: a tomb, a masterpiece, a symbol. For some, it is a religious monument. For others, a feat of design. But for all, it is a universal reminder of the human capacity to love deeply, to grieve completely, and to create beauty from sorrow. As you stroll through its reflecting gardens, watch the ripples mirror the marble above, or stand in awe of its perfection from the riverbank, you'll feel it, not just see it. The stillness, the weight, the romance. It's no wonder poets have called it a teardrop on the cheek of time. The Taj Mahal is not just one of the new 7 wonders of the world. It is a testament to devotion, a jewel of eternity, a masterpiece that reminds us all that some stories never fade, especially when they're written in stone.
Thanks for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed exploring Prague as much as I enjoyed guiding you through it. If you found this travel guide helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more beautiful destinations from around the world. Got a favorite spot in Prague? Drop it in the comments, I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, safe travels, and see you in the next video.